Well, just happening today, Mikaela Shiffrin has set a new women's record for the most World Cup alpine ski race wins, passing former teammate Lindsey Vonn.
That's right. Shiffrin racked up her 84th win today in Italy. Take a look at that image. She's now just 2 victories away from tying skier Ingemar Stenmark's record for most World Cup wins overall.
Fresh off of that victory, Mikaela Shiffrin joins us now. Mikaela, congratulations!
Yes.
You look like you're still taking it all in. Tell us what this record means for you.
Oh gosh, yeah, I would say I'm taking it all in still. It's a little bit hard to really put it all into words. Maybe there might not be words actually to describe the feeling. It's been, yeah, I mean, when we talk about 83, it kind of sounds like it happened overnight, but it's been years in the making, maybe 27 years in the making, but certainly the last 12 that I've been racing on the World Cup, and definitely a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and it's kind of hard to put a definition to it, but it's pretty amazing that in a sport that's, you know, normally kind of dominated by the European nations, that the top 2 female alpine ski racers are from the U.S. That's pretty special.
It is.
In addition to this just being so cool to watch, the technical skill required to do what you do is beyond, I think, what I could ever do. And these wins are really back to back. You have 10 wins in 21 starts this season. So how do you keep your focus considering all the blood, sweat, and tears it's taken you to get to this point?
I mean, I think there's a lot to be said about once you have momentum going, you try to keep building on it. And especially when the season starts off on the right foot, which for me it did in Levi, Finland back in November, it's kind of like, okay, I know what I need to, kind of the mentality I need to have when I'm in the start gate about to go for my run. And it's really important to have a good lock on that mentality, because it does carry you through the season, really, especially in moments when, for me, when everybody's talking about, you know, over the last weeks, you know, when are you going to get 82? When are you going to get 83? When are you going to get 84? When are you going to get 86? And I don't have an answer for any of that. And it's going to happen when it happens. And the only way it's going to happen is if I focus on the right things with my skiing, which is not the most exciting answer, but it is kind of the reality of it, is just trying to stay laser focused on what is actually important to me versus the actual records.
I think that's a lesson that we can all extrapolate from your win, because like Errol said, neither of us are going to set any world records when it comes to skiing. I'm lucky if I get down the hill, but
mental strength, I think, is what she's
and not looking at sort of the trying to be the winningest, but to try and stay laser focused, as you said, on that individual race that you're in at that moment. You do have, though, the chance to catch the overall record this weekend in the Czech Republic. That also, as I understand it, happens to be the same resort where Stenmark set that mark. Part of what's so exciting, you know, for us to talk to you, and for me in particular, is this ability to highlight female athletes at the very pinnacle of their successes. I'm just wondering if you have any additional words for people out there who are trying to maybe struggle through it at this particular time. It seems like that mountain is just too tough or too high to climb. What do you say?
Yeah, I think that in life, honestly, there's plenty of struggle, and it's pretty constant. Pretty much the only guarantee in life is that you're going to fail at some point, and you're probably going to regret something, if not a number of things. And when you do fail, it feels like it's the end of the world. Mm-hmm. And then you might have some great success the very next day. And then you feel like, oh, it's just the beginning, and, you know, life is great. And that's kind of the way it goes. It's just a little bit of a roller coaster. And what's been important for me and for my team, my coaches, everybody that I work with day in and day out, is trying to keep like I said earlier, laser focused, but just keeping our sights set on what's been important throughout my whole career. And it's always about what feeling I have on my skis. That's what gets the wins in the long run. And of course, the point of ski racing is really, it's a time sport. The point is to win. So of course, I'm always thinking about that, but it's like whatever is important to you, whatever your values are, trying to keep yourself laser focused on that, despite failures or successes. Celebrate your great moments and be disappointed when it doesn't go the way you want, but always try to have something to look forward to, something to work on, something that gives you motivation and also is satisfying for you, that doesn't depend on, external gratification, like people telling you how good you are. It needs to be something that is internally gratifying, if that makes sense.
That
Something
makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
That's been important for me, because it's really easy to get a little bit sidelined or sidetracked by people talking about the records, which is so meaningful. But what feels the best for me is the actual turns that I make on the mountain. That I wish that you knew what it felt like, but everybody has something like that. Everybody has something that means that much to them in their life. It's you just got to find it, and you got to stick to it.
I love that. And we appreciate you speaking to us at such an important time. The most successful female skier in the history of skiing, Mikaela Shiffrin. Really wonderful to chat with you, and best of luck in the days ahead.
Yes. Thank you.